Again, not provided. Pedestrians, you need to walk to the left toward traffic. If you have a sidewalk, you need to walk on that sidewalk. If you are a bicyclist, 20, 30, 35, and then make a right turn and then you get hit. So follow these routes. If you don't, you're to ensure that construction zones provide continuous, accessible routes for pedestrians. I need you to type into the chat. If you're, please tell me that right now. Riding the bike, you be typing it in. The of the road without the sidewalk and their destination is on the side, they must decide. You must decide to get hit or not. You need to listen. They must decide whether to cross the road or to go to get to the sidewalk and then cross back. So this is dangerous traffic. Visualize, we're walking, it's a busy road, we got to get across the street. Man, that's scary. I want to keep going. Parking lots are also places where there are few sidewalks. Drivers must be especially vigilant, I love that word, vigilant, for pedestrians as they back out of parking spots. You can get ran over. Schools also have, since all of you go to school, I'm on online school. That's online school. Schools may have school zones designated nearby roads in which the slower than normal speed limits where children are traveling to and from school. You're all excited. Hey, I'm going to class. I got my work. I got my essay. He's going to call me first. I'm going to get a B plus because you copy from ChatGTP. And then I'm going to run it through my little scanner and you're going to fail and I'm going to make you do it over, Lily. Do your own work. Quit trying to copy from ChatGTP. You're like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm trying to get you to use your brain. Quit trying to plagiarize, Bailey. So you need to listen. Drivers are made aware of these zones by posted signage, flashing lights. You're going to be driving to school. Your friends are going to see. Your friends don't care. They hate you now. They're going to hate you more when you drive, Bailey. So you can't be speeding through school zones. If it's 20, you need to be driving like 17, 18. Kids are excited. I drew my dinosaur today. And they're going to run out in front of you, Groves. And you're not paying attention. Drivers must also obey school zone crossing guards. They are a traffic control individual. They're going to stick that sign right in your face. Stop. That's what they're going to do. You have to slow down. Okay? Drivers must beware of crossing guards. Pedestrians crossing guidelines. Pedestrians have a responsibility to cross only at the intersection. People don't do that. Well, people are going to get hit. Pedestrians have a responsibility. You should draw the intersection. You should be connected. When you draw it, you're connected. Many of you are just sitting here. You have to draw the intersection. When you draw, you internalize it. Okay, and you better look left, right, left. People are on the phone, not paying attention. You've got to be careful. Pedestrians have a responsibility to cross only at the intersection, marked crosswalk or corner. Every intersection is deemed a crosswalk. You should listen to this. This is going to be on the test. Man, I'm doing a great job. Every intersection, whether there's a crosswalk or not, is deemed a crosswalk. So you should expect people to be walking in front of your car. I'll read it again. Every intersection is deemed a crosswalk, whether there is a marked one or not. Times where there's a crosswalk at mid-block, designated that motorist warning signs and pavement markers, including motorists to yield. This is a lot of work today. I'm not used to this. You're not used to me, baby. After tomorrow, bye-bye. You're like, I want him again. Nope. You need to listen. According to the Uniform Traffic Code, which can be adopted by municipalities as well as civil law, pedestrians must ensure traffic is slower or stopping for them. Otherwise, they're required to yield. Getting such value. Hold up your paper. Show me your paper. Hold it up. I don't got no paper, bro. Yeah. Getting all that good information. Yeah. Yes. Come on, Samantha, hold up your paper. Yeah. There we go, Tyler. Come on, Deborah, hold up your paper. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Caitlin. All right. Aiden, weigh your paper, man. Come on. You're getting a lot of value. You're getting ready to do a Kahoot in a minute, my boy. Aiden, weigh your paper. Aiden D. He ain't got no paper. He just sitting on his Bobby Brown headset. But guess what, Aiden? Mine are better than yours, baby. Mine are better than yours. So I can hear you breathing as we playing video games. Aiden, do you have anything to show us? Nope, Aiden, they're sitting there. Come on, man. I asked you to take notes. I asked you to work on that study guide. It's your life. You hear this state. You hear this driving school. I asked them to show. So I'm trying to hold you accountable, just like you hold me accountable. This is real. And when you're riding your bike, Aiden, or Deborah, or Tyler, I need you to remember the things I'm saying. This is real. So it's all a personal choice, and that's how life is. So laws governing pedestrian crossings. It doesn't matter, Aiden. You still are a pedestrian, and if you're not paying attention, someone could run you over. You walk. You're a pedestrian right now, and you're learning how to drive. So when you get into your car, Aiden, and if you're not paying attention, you're going to do that right hook and hit someone. Or you're going to do a left cross and hit someone. So I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to support you. I'm trying to make you stronger. The laws governing pedestrian crossings, a special crossing signal for pedestrians is called walk or don't walk. Okay? You have a right as a pedestrian, if you're in the middle of the intersection and the do not walk sign starts flashing, you have a right to continue through. If your do not walk sign starts flashing and you haven't entered the intersection, you should not be walking through because you will get hit. A do not walk indicates a flashing steady signal. A pedestrian shall not cross the highway in the direction of the signal, but pedestrian who has partially completed the cross on the walking interview of the signal shall proceed. Wow. You still need to be careful. You still need to be safe. Laws around crosswalks. There are no state laws around unsignalized crosswalks. I love it because we're using the vocabulary of safe driving, of driver's education. And if you choose to sit here and not do anything, I feel sorry for you. Those young people who are writing stuff down, you're about to get an A because you won't remember all of this. So let's continue. So blind pedestrians, let's look at this. Driving laws around crosswalks. There are no laws around unsignalized crosswalks, except the law for which requires them to stop for any crosswalk or intersection for a blind pedestrian designated with a cane, walker, or guide dog. The state police encourage cities or townships to adopt the Uniform Traffic Code, UTC, which states that a driver shall not enter an intersection or marked crosswalk unless there's sufficient space. So Aiden, let's go back to you. Aiden, I'm not picking on you. I'm showing you more love right now. Aiden, you should not go into your intersection without being able to leave it. You should not thread that needle to try to beat a pedestrian walking across. Remember, I'm an instructor. I can slide over your, hey, let me drive Aiden for an hour. Okay. Hey, let me drive Deborah for an hour. Okay. Let me drive Taylor for an hour. Okay. I'm trying to help you. State law governs motorist behavior. On a steady red signal, motorists must stop. You should remember this. Beginning drivers say, can I turn right on red? You have to stop first. You got to stop. You got to look. You have to look left, right, left. It's called the stop line or stop bar. That's that big, thick white line. You have to stop behind that. You should never be stopping in the crosswalk. Common crashes involving pedestrians. Many actions described earlier cause common crashes. We talked about the bicyclist, the right hook, the left cross. You should be able to tell me what that is. The right hook, the left cross. The drive out is when you're riding your bike past a driveway and and drivers don't pay attention. They come out and hit you. Have fun with that. So if you're walking or running, so if you're walking and you aren't paying attention and the motorist isn't paying attention, yeah, you will get hit. That's true. You got to pay attention. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a bike. So you walk, don't you? Yeah. Oh, no, I stay home. Well, you need to get out of your cocoon. If you're walking down the street, there's a driveway, you could get hit. When motorist is inattentive, pedestrians crossing in unsafe areas. Most common crashes happen whenever pedestrians are crossing other than the intersection or crosswalk. How do you avoid this? Be attentive on both sides, especially where children will suddenly run out in front of you. Adjacent, be aware of especially residential areas. I'm an instructor. We're going to take you in a residential area. You're on your third day of class. After class, I drive my students for the first time. We're driving in neighborhoods. We're going around 4 times, making 12 turns. We're going around 4 times to the left, making 12 turns. I teach class too. I got 20 students of my own. Right now, you're my family, Aiden. You're my family, Deborah. Tyler, you're my family. I got you. I got you, son. I'll put some money in your account. I got you, boy. I got you. You need some new kicks. I got you, man. Okay? Come on now. How do you avoid pedestrians crossing any situation? Be attentive. Be aware of surroundings. We always talk about this as a driving teacher. School zones, residential, shopping centers, where you're most likely to encounter more pedestrians. They have unpredictable. I'm trying to catch this sale. I'm trying to be this YouTuber who promised PS3s. Did you guys see that? My man promised some PS3s, PS4s. It was a riot. Yes, he is a famous YouTuber. Has millions and millions. He promised to give people free gaming systems. He lied. They tore down the city. Avoid pedestrians crossing. Backing into a pedestrian. I know you're writing this down because you're going to be driving a car. You could back into someone. Parking lots are especially hazardous for pedestrians since there are no sidewalks and an infinite number of routes are randomly being used by motorists. So in parking lots, very dangerous. You could get hit. You could get backed into. I'm asking you to write this down. You know I'm going to have you write some questions. You know I'm going to ask you something. So how to avoid backing into a pedestrian. As a driver, walk behind your parked vehicle before you get in to ensure your path is clear. Then before backing up, look behind you. Many of you won't do this. You'll just look in your mirror. We need you to look over your shoulder. Your instructor should be doing that. If I'm driving you, I'm having you look over your shoulder because I don't want us to hit someone. So you need to remember this. How to avoid backing into a pedestrian. Okay, look over your shoulder. Hitting a pedestrian crossing from a school bus. A distracted driver may easily miss a child oncoming from the front of the bus. All of you are high school age. How many feet behind a bus are you supposed to stop? Type it in. When the stop arm is extended, type into the chat how many feet behind a school bus must you stop. Come on, I should see you typing. I gotta look that up, bro. I'm tired. How many feet? It's okay to be wrong, but I want to make sure you are right. The question is, how many feet behind a bus or across from a bus must you stop? The answer is 20 feet. When the stop arm is out, when the arm comes out, you stop. Because little kids, I just drew my dinosaur, Mom, I'm so excited. And you run over a kid, Deborah. 20 feet. I want you to get hit. School is starting, my babies. Your parents will let you drive to school. Come on, Caitlin, get in the car. No, Mama, I'm scared. You crazy. You scream at me. Mm-hmm. Deborah, come on, Deborah. Come on, baby. Get in the car. Come on, Deb. Mom, can you drive me to school this time? Ty, go get the keys, boy. Let's go get a coffee and I got you, Dad. I get Ty a couple of drinks, take it to his boys. I'm like, yes. I want you to drive to school, but you're scared in the morning. School bus, little kids, Dad, it's too busy. What you mean it's too busy? You don't want to drive? I paid $500 for a class and you don't want to drive? Your parents will make you drive to school, Aiden, as well as they should. Avery, your parents will make you drive to school. Avery's in school right now. That's right. Your parents are going to make, Lauren, get the keys, girl. What you want for breakfast? Got to go through McDonald's, 10 people ahead of you. You got, Mama, we don't have time to, what you mean we don't have time? Your mama's offended. We're supposed to have bonding time. Avery, who's that? Is that Mom? I can't hear you. Still can't hear. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, let's go. Okay, get that audio right. So I want to keep going. So you got to be particularly careful. Your mom and dad will have you drive to school. You're going to feel excitement. You're going to feel nervousness. You're going to be a little bit scared. You're going to feel a little bit of pressure. But you're like, I got this. You got to back out the car. You got to look out your back window. You got little kids next door to you. Leave all their toys out. You got a car across the street. You got to drive down. Your mom and dad's like, you got to push it. You about to be late. You're like, I don't want to go fast. Okay, you got to make a left turn because McDonald's or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts is to the left. Then you got to get in line. They're paying for it. And then, Lewis, they go put $25 in your account. Boy, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to switch. I used to have my son drive to school. I'm not going to say when, but he drove to school, got out, gave him a hug, high five, driving on to work. I used to pick him up. You drive. Why? Because parking lots are crazy. If you're by a major high school, you got parents coming in, kids coming in. The kids barely know how to drive. There's your enemy. There's your friend. Ladies, there's a guy you like. Hey, my brothers, there's a girl you like. What's up, boo? You driving. Don't hit someone. It's true. Lewis, I'm here with you, man. I'm giving you the keys right now. Lewis, here the credit card. Let me turn my numbers over. You might try to get my account. Here the credit card, man. Right? Dad, can you leave the car so I can go to lunch? I don't know, son. You didn't drive a lot. Okay, I'm going to have your sister drop the keys off. I'll go into the office and then have the principal give it to you. Lewis, can you come down to the main office, please? There's a package here for you. He's like, bet. You know how exciting that is to drive to lunch? But some of you will never experience that. I'm trying to give you a real life situation. All right? So backing into pedestrians is really dangerous. Hitting a pedestrian at a crossing or from a bus stop, got to be careful there. Hitting a pedestrian at a mounted crosswalk. Man, this is a lot of information. I'm sorry. It's a lot in the class. Don't worry. I got a Kahoot for you. I got a Quizlet. I got some videos, right? How to avoid hitting a pedestrian. We talked about that for a number of minutes. Yes, get another piece of paper. Fill it up. Have a whole notebook. Get that paper. Because you're going to remember this. And you're like, man, that little kid's coming out of the middle of the street and you honk your horn. Okay, get another piece of paper. I need everyone to type in 3 things they learned so far. 3 things. Type in 3 things into the chat. They all should be different. Show me 3 things you learned. Type in 3 things. Let's see. What did he talk about? He talked about the left cross. I got to tell him what it is. He talked about the right hug. I got to tell him what it is. He talked about bicyclists and they need to go with the flow of the traffic and why. He talked about pedestrians and there's no sidewalk. I know your computer, but Avery, I've been through the same thing. You better plug it in. It's all good. It's all good. Get that computer plugged in. He talked about pedestrians. Oh, yes. Only ride, 2 abreast. He talked about inexperienced bike riders. They hug the right lane, right? There's so many things that I talked about. All of you, it's up to you. Show me what you've learned. This is your chance to impress me. Pretend my principal's coming in. I want to see what he's doing in the class. There's a lot of learning going on. So now I'm sitting back. We have norms. Our norms is we're chilled. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. I'm enjoying it. I want you to enjoy class, right? After I go over this, We're going to do a Kahoot. You're going to love it. It's on pavement markings and signs. You learn a lot of information out about pedestrians, about bicyclists, about intersections, how dangerous they are. So you should be able to tell me 2 or 3 things, and none of you should have the same thing. None of you. You have to look through your notes. And if you don't take notes, you're like, dang, bro, what did he say? You can talk about the stories I'm telling you about your parents saying, here the keys are. You drive to school from the house. You got to start the car in the morning. You might have to go to the gas station. Your mom and dad's like, hey, I got the Starbucks bucks. Right here, baby. I got the Starbucks. Come on. Right? You about to live good. My daughter said, Dad, I want you to live life. I'm like, what are you talking about? We got a Starbucks card. I'm like, get out of here, bro. I'm going to Speedway to get that 99-cent coffee. But all of you want to live. I see you, Lewis. I'm like, Lewis, I got you, man. Go ahead, drive through Starbucks. You serious, Dad? It's going to be like, I don't care, man. I'm proud of my son. Right? That's how your parents should feel. Well, my parents don't feel like that about me. That's your fault in your relationship. You got to start working on relationships, man. I'm serious. So your parents are excited. They want you to drive in the morning. Mom, Dad, can I drive to school? They're like, can you drive? That's what your parents are going to say, Lewis. They're going to say, can you drive? Like, yeah, I got it. You nervous though, man. Your heart nervous, right? Your dads, chill. Moms, they look little bit tight. But you got to prove to your parents you can drive. People, I'm giving you the real life story, Miss Murphy. Miss Murphy getting them curls right. Don't worry, I got that tight bald head with that fade. Come on, girl. Got them natural waves from Africa. That's right. Lewis is like, talk to her, brother. Talk to her. Got them waves. That's it. That's my daughter got that good hair. Type in what is good hair. If you know what good hair is, type it in. Yeah, he's speaking, man. What is good hair? What is good hair? Lauren, you should be typing in. I'm trying to get you ready and excited to drive. School is around the corner. You should be driving to school. You're going to get some good experience, right? You got to start the car up. You got to clean the windows off. Your parents are like, you got to crack. Mom and Dad, can we go to McDonald's? God, yes. That's when you crack on them. You come into school the first day, got your McDonald's, eating good, feeling good. That's it, baby. Come on. You seen them little tiki-talks first day of school, got your hoodie on, got your fresh little crispy shoes, got your McDonald's, eating good. Come on. That's right. So I want to continue because we got less than an hour. I asked you to type in some things. Thank you. Aiden stepping it. Aiden did. He's stepping it up, right? I want you to step it up. We have to have ownership. And tomorrow, I'm going to be to the next level. Okay, so Mate crosswalk. A driver must slow down and prepare to stop whenever a driver is in the next lane and has stopped. So if you're coming up to a crosswalk and the driver to your left or right has slowed down, you need to slow down too. Because a pedestrian could be coming across. Because the cars, if I'm a pedestrian, I'm walking across the street, the first car to the right has stopped, I'm like feeling safe, like doo-doo. But the car to the left of the other car could hit me. How to avoid hitting a pedestrian? Slow down. Let's look at this chart. This is a lot of information. It is. The probability of a fatality. The faster you go, the greater chances of you killing someone. Okay? After about 40 miles an hour, it's going up to 100. You're about to kill someone. 20, they can survive. 30, going to have some broken bones. After about 35 or 40, now let's talk about, we're almost done here. Youth and elderly population, they're the most vulnerable. Old people walk very slow. They might not hear. According to the Safe Kids Worldwide, approximately half of all pedestrian deaths in the past 15 years have been children. I want to say this to you again. Our youth and elderly are the most vulnerable pedestrian population. According to the Safe Kids Worldwide, approximately half of all pedestrian deaths in the past 15 years have been children. One contributing factor is that children under the age of 10 have very difficult time judging speed. So when you're driving through your neighborhood, Lewis, in the morning, you got little kids out. You got to slow down. You got to stay in the middle. Your mom and dad is saying, why are you slowing down, boy? There are kids out here. Oh, you're teaching your mom and dad something, but you can't say you're teaching mom and dad something because they're going to get in your face. So you got to drive nice. One contributing factor, children at age 10 have a difficult time judging speed. On the other end of the spectrum, Layla, take your screenshots. But you got to be writing it down. A screenshot, you're going to take a screenshot, but you're not going to study it. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Layla, do it all. Screenshot, notes, PowerPoint, and be ready to type in some questions. Okay, I want to get through this because I dominated the session. I got to give you some time. So look, on the other end of the spectrum, okay, the American Association of Retired People, AARP, okay, Americans 65 and older account for 21% of the pedestrian deaths. Even though this age group comprises only 13% of the population. This is a lot of work. I'm sorry, that's who I am. I know how to work hard. I'm not going to apologize for working hard. You got to step up your game. So tomorrow you're going to be ready for me. So 65% and older account for 21%. Factors pertaining to this may be that elderly people need more time to cross the road. If you see an elderly person, slow down. Lewis, you're going to have to wait 30 seconds to let grandma walk across. Hold on, baby. I see you. Your dad's looking at you like, boy, go. You're like, no. You said no inside. You can't say no to your dad because he's going to kick you out and make you walk. You let grandma walk by. She waves at you. Thank you, baby. I remember you were born. You were a nice boy. So they need more time to cross the road. Injuries that happen to this group tend to be much more severe because young kids, they can bounce back. They break a bone in 2 months, the bone fragments bond together. You hit an older person, it's going to be a year because they don't drink enough calcium. Their bones are brittle. So if you hit grandma, you broke her hip, you broke her back, you broke her leg. You hit a young person, I've just broken arm. So you need to pay attention to this. Please mute yourself. Not sure any background. I want to keep going. So a large portion are wheelchair users. They are lower to the ground. Some of them had them power scooters, baby. Baby. I'm on my power scooter. Just like in Walmart, Avery. I'm on a power scooter. Get out of my way, young girl. I'm going to run you over to get them shoes for my granddaughter. They're on them power scooters. Yep, they're on power scooters. Other precautions of wheelchair users. Electric wheelchairs may move faster. You're like, dang, grandma shot across in front of me. Hey, let's look at this. This is called the goat's path. Installing sidewalks where needed. Your municipality will make decisions where they install sidewalks. Yeah, bro, that's on 8 Mile. That's on 14. That's on 22 Mile Road. Goat's path. Where grass indicates often the walking route. Schools or shops in areas suggest the need for sidewalks. According to a 2012 report issued by the Department of Transportation sharing the roadway, optimizing pedestrian and bicycle safety. What does it mean? You're about to get a sidewalk. Here's some things that your municipality should do. A pedestrian overpass. It's a bridge. If you live in a poor municipality, they're not going to do this. If you live in a richer municipality, they're going to do this. So a bridge overpass. Okay, a bridge often separates traffic. I'm going to keep going. A raised median. Some areas have this. Raised medians or boulevards known as refuge islands in the middle of a multi-lane road may facilitate a pedestrian safe crossing. Baby, the chances of you getting hit are less. The pathway cut in the middle of the island. The pork chop island. No, not pork chops. Haven't had pork chops in a long time. I'm hungry. Okay, let me get back. Pork chop island. A corner island called a pork chop island. Also named for its shape. It's raised median next to the right turn lane. Intersection bump out. the section of the car walkway extended. So when you're walking, because some of you don't ride bikes, some of you don't leave the house, when you're walking, you're like, man, that's a pork chop. And your mama's like, what you talking about? It's a pork chop. You want pork chops, baby? Yeah, I want pork chops, Layla. I'm hungry. I want pork chops. You want pork chops, Layla? You hungry? She hungry. She wants some pork chops. It's too early. It's never too early. The extension also reduces the total crossing length of the crosswalk. I'm going to go over the rest of this tomorrow. Tell me the most important thing you learned. What's the one most important thing? I'm asking all of you to decompact your brain. We have a norm. We're going to stay chill. We're going to have fun. I have 45 minutes with you. I have a Kahoot next. I ask you, tell me the one most important thing. All of you should have different things. Why you keep asking us to type? My hand hurt. My paper's full. So, I'm supposed to prepare you. As you're typing this in, day 3, we discussed intersections, signs, signals, pavement markings. Baby, you got some work today.
The most important thing I learned was about the different bike signals, like if I'm riding my bike in the street, the signals that I can use for cars to let them know when I'm turning.
I like, Lauren, am I saying your name right?
Yes.
Girl, I love what you said, because if you're going to be on that bike, you better make eye contact with those motorists. Grandma, you about to turn in front of me and hit me. Are you even looking at me? She's like, baby, I'm sorry. It's not okay. You almost ran me over. And you get mad at her. Ooh. And that's what's going to happen, people. It's happened to me when I ride my bike. It's happened to you. I'm asking you to type in the one most important thing. That's what I wanted you to do. Lewis, what's the one most important thing you learned, my boy? Come on, man. What you got?
It's the fact that the faster you go when you're driving, and if you were to hit somebody, you're more likely to kill them.
Facts. After about 35 or 40, so all of you beginning drivers, you should be reducing your speed and driving slow. A and D, what's the most important thing you learned today? You got to tell me, man. Come on. You got the headphones on. A and D, tell me what's the most important thing you learned today. I'm trying to get some student interaction. What you got for me, my boy? Good wait time. Aiden, can you tell us? Can you talk to us, please, my brother?
The most important thing.
Yeah, keep it simple, man. Say one thing.
That intersections are the most dangerous place for bicyclists and pedestrians.
Thank you, my boy. I appreciate you. Showing nothing but love. And I'm supporting all of you because that's what I'm supposed to do. Avery, I'm supposed to educate you, right? I'm trying to get you to think. Miss Parks, what's the most important thing you learned today? Talk to us, please. Come on. We can't hear you, Miss Parks. I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear you talking. What you got for us? Still don't hear you, Miss Parks. Like she got some audio issues. Miss Parks, what did you learn today? Can you say it, please? If not, I'm being patient. Miss Anderson, what did you learn today? Most important thing. Say something, please.
That you always have to check your blind spot for bicyclists.
Always look around, always check. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you some videos of a system that a lot of communities have. Right? I thought this was very powerful today. I thought we learned a lot today, but we're not done. All right, I'm going to share screen.